Solar energy conversion technologies. Solar PV systems. Photovoltaic technology is a technology that directly transforms sunlight into electricity and utilizes the photovoltaic effect of semiconductor materials. When photons are incident on the semiconductor surface, usually silicon, electrons are released, forming an electric current. Types: crystalline silicon cell, thin film solar cell, and new technologies such as photovoltaic cells. Applications: solar system connected to the grid, rooftop solar, off-grid systems, solar pumps, solar home systems, and solar gadgets. Solar thermal systems. Solar radiation is harnessed to provide heat energy as a solar thermal. Solar water heating system offer hot water to be used by people and industries. The solar cookers trap sunlight and produce cooking temperature around 150 to 200 centigrades to provide a solution that is sustainable for rural families. India has led the way in solar cooking technology, whereby millions of cookers have been distributed around the country. Concentrated solar power. Certainly, the CSP systems involve the use of mirrors or lenses to focus the sun on the receivers and produce high temperatures around 400 to 1000 centigrade to obtain electricity. Some of the technologies are parabolic troughs, solar power towers, parabolic dishes, and linear reflectors. The major advantage of the CDTE is that it has thermal energy storage in molten salts, and it can continue generating electricity 6 to 15 hours after the sun has gone down. Solar energy potential of India. India has a superb solar energy endowment, and it has an annual 300 sunny days. The average solar insolation of the country is rated at 4 to 7 kilowatt hours per meter square day, which amounts to the yearly potential to more than 5,000 trillion kilowatt hours, about 100 times the present day electricity usage. Regional distribution. Rajasthan has the greatest solar potential with such major solar parks as Bandla Solar Park. The capacity of Gujarat, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu is also tremendous. The National Solar Mission 2010 aims at achieving 100 gigawatt of solar power by 2030. By 2024, India will have established more than 70 gigawatt of solar power, making it a solar power leader. Wind energy capturing atmospheric power. Wind energy utilizes the kinetic energy of the moving air masses, being one of the rapidly expanding renewable energy sources. Wind power has proven to be exceptionally technologically mature and economically competitive. Scientific principles. The cause of wind is the difference in the heating of the earth surface by the sunlight. The kinetic energy of wind is proportional to air density and the cubic power of wind velocity. This cubic dependency signifies that doubling of wind speed augment the energy accessible in the wind 8 times, and placement of turbines in a strong wind area is imperative. Wind energy conversion technology components of wind turbines. Rotor system includes blades, hubs, nacelle generator, gearbox, yarn system, control system, tower 80 to 150 meters high, and foundation. Types. The most common types are horizontal axis wind turbines with 40 to 50 efficiency. Vertical axis wind turbines are more appropriate in urban settings but less efficient. Turbine evolution. New onshore turbines include 90 to 150 meters rotor diameter having 2 to 5 megawatt capacity. Current offshore turbines are up to 150 to 220 meters in diameter and 8 to 15 megawatt in power. The next generation is aimed at 250 meters and above in diameter, 20 megawatt and above. Types of wind installation. Onshore wind farms, it is situated on land areas in the windy regions that are lower cost and easier to maintain but have visual noise effects and land use concerns. Offshore wind farms placed in open ocean waters which tap more intense and sustained winds that have much higher capacity factors, that is 40 to 50%, whereas 25 to 35% onshore, but are much more expensive to install. Distributed winds. Small scale turbines to the residential, agricultural and commercial sectors generating on the site. The wind energy potential in India. India has a great potential for wind of about 695 gigawatt at 120 meters hub height. The condition of wind resources is concentrated in Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. India has become the fourth largest wind energy market to have a cumulative installed capacity of over 42 gigawatt. Economic and environmental rewards. The cost of the wind energy reduced by about 70% since 2010. The tariffs of wind power in India are 2.5 to 3.5 per kilowatt hours. The wind industry globally has a workforce of more than 1.4 million. Wind farms are sources of rural income, better energy security and stability of prices. Environmental impact. The global wind potential will prevent more than 1.2 billion tons of carbon dioxide emission each year. Wind does not produce any air pollution, uses less water and does not affect the land much, as farm activities go under turbines. Bioenergy, organic resources for sustainable energy. Bioenergy is energy that is produced out of organic material with different conservation technologies. Bioenergy creates a transition between the traditional and modern energy systems by providing lasting alternatives to energy and tackling the waste, discard and rural development. The concepts and the sources of biomass. The biomass is organic material that is of plant, animal and microorganisms origin and can be used to generate energy. Modern biomass is involved in the current carbon cycle as opposed to fossil fuels that depict the ancient biomass. Biomass sources. Agricultural residues. India produces around 500 to 550 million tons per year of agricultural residues that comprise rice stalk, husk, wheat stalk, maize stalks, cotton stalks, sugarcane baggages, groundnut shells and coconut shells. Forest residues. Logging residues, processing residues like sawdust, wood chips, thinning activities and dead woods. Energy crops. Woody, poplar willows, eucalyptus, hibiscus, switchgrass, miscanthus, nevergrass, oil-bearing, jatropha, pongyami, mehaw, and aquatic crops. Animal waste. The livestock population of India has enormous amount of cattle dung, litter of poultry, dairy waste and slaughterhouse waste. Urban and industrial waste, urban solids waste, food wastage and industrial organic waste. Technologies of biomass conversion. Thermochemical conversion. Direct combustion, one burns biomass to obtain heat to cook or to produce electricity. Better cook stoves with increased efficiency from 20 to 25% to 35 to 45%. Gasification, part combustion that is combustion gas which is mixture of hydrogen, carbon monoxide, methane and carbon dioxide. Pyrolysis, this is the heating of biomass in the absence of oxygen to create bio-oil, biochar and synergas. Biochemical conversion, anaerobic digestion. Organic matter is broken down by the microorganisms to form biogas, 50 to 70% methane and nutrient-rich digested fertilizers. Fermentation. Sugars are used to produce ethanol that is used as a transportation fuel. Generation of biofuels. First generation, food crop based sugarcane ethanol, corn ethanol, increasing the food security concerns. Second generation, cellulosic based agricultural residues that do not present food fuel competition. Third generation, algae based production with no competition on land. Fourth generation, genetically engineered organisms which are more efficient in conservation. Chemical conversion, transesterification. This is the conversion of vegetable oil or animal fat into biodiesel mixed with petroleum diesel. Applications of bioenergy, electricity generation. Biomass power generated plants are of village scale as well as 20 to 50 megawatt scale. India has around 10 gigawatt of congregation capacity of biogas. Transportation fuels. Ethanol blended program in India aims at 20% by 2025-26. The SAS scheme aims at 5,000 CBG plants with 15 million tons of CBG in the year. Cooking and heating. The National Biogas and Manure Management Program initiated by India has set more than 5 million household biogas systems in place. Industrial uses. Biomass is used in industries for process of heat, steam and congregation. India's bioenergy potential, agricultural residues. 500 to 550 million tons per year and the excess of 120 to 150 million tons can be used for energy. Livestock waste. Cattle dung generation of the order of 3 million tons per day with a huge biogas potential. Urban waste. Metropolitan solid waste in the Indian cities is estimated at around 62 million tons every year. Around 25 to 30 million tons can be utilized as energy. Economic and environmental welfare economic. Rural income earnings, energy availability to isolated regions, garbage collection, import replacement. The blend of ethanol by India is saving about $4 billion yearly and industrial competitiveness. Environmental. Carbon neutrality with sustainable biomass, reduction of agricultural burn, eliminating air pollution, soil health with biogas deseeding, fertilizers, improvement of sanitation and the principles of circular economy.